let me draw attention to dress code. You say, our beautiful sister, hey, my friend, why should you put on this kind of dress? When has that kind of dress become a license for someone to raid? When? But you can see police will be jumping to a conclusion. And they will start eating more money among themselves, making fun of him. It's happening.
Yeah.
Yes. It's happening. When has dress become a license for you to jump on somebody without consent? When? Well, report to a police station, they say, my sister, you're tired. What is your business there? She carry it on her head. Is it your business? Now let the point be all the way around. How will you feel? How do you feel? In fact, most of the time we make them to be what we call weaker sex or inferior because of how we approach business when we are needed most. So our failure to protect victims will soon land us in trouble. It should even land us in trouble. And it will land us in trouble. Because that victims, now there are associations who will empower them, who will stand for them, and the Office of IPP will be sued and seeking for compensation because of damages, especially the psychological impact trauma that has been inflicted on the victim. By what? Our failure to act in a timely manner. Act lackadaisically, that is not the issue. You act in a timely manner. That's what matters. Let's go. Core values of the police. You see, if these are core values, it is now telling us ensuring a secure and peaceful Gambia within the principles of good governance. How good are we as police officers, men and women in national courts? How good are we in terms of conducting our operation in good atmosphere? That becomes our governance system of our institution. It doesn't mean you have to be at the top executive. You are talking about good governance. No. Where you are, you do your part. Where we is, let him do his part. Where Mariam is, let her do her part. Then we move from good to better to the best. Rule of law. How observant are we? Putting into context and practice when it matters most. Respect for human rights is the adoption of community policy principles and practices. And how often do we put this one also into practice? Respect for human rights, failure to do is uncompromisable. It's uncompromisable. My role as head of police human rights and professional standard is to investigate, compile investigative report with recommendations to the Office of the Inspector General of Police for implementation. And I will not shy away from that. TOR, I am mandated in the SOP for you. And that is Commissioner Kinda for you. I have worked with quite a number of you directly here. For you?
Yes, sir.
So that is it. Take my smiles is not a threat, but when you are before was we deal with you. Yesterday I was not here because there was an assistant commissioner before my office. So that is it. So let this thing be real. Nobody compelled or put force for you to be in police uniform. Don't allow the rank to carry you. Carry the rank. And these ranks are not grown on your soldiers by using what rank card. Tree grows by water.
Yeah.
This is what we believe is performance. We believe is trust and confidence. We believe you are a corporal, you move to sergeant or inspector. But reasonably based on performance. And adherence to rule of law and respect for human rights. Clear? That is it. So why are we forgetting the best practices and principles? Sometimes you yourself, you wonder, and you know, in instances that I fail myself, based on the oath of office I have taken, did I really perform to expectation? Sometimes even people will come, their relatives, friends, and loved ones are detained. They want to ask you, you are so broken. Hey, sister, don't let her go call her. My friend, whom you this stop fee? Who are you? You are in a public space.
Yeah.
That is a very sister or brother or uncle before you who has never interacted with you at any level of business until that fateful day. So why can't you consider it? From humanistic perspective, why can't you be a good listener? Don't you know, police, we have customer care? And you think it's only Q cell and Afric cell and come here. That will be smiling beautifully. Huh? When our daughters and our sisters are like, yes, hello, oh, how are you? How may I help you? How you may help you? Very good. I like that. So why can't you do the same? Why can't you do the same? And the worst is mobile traffic. There has been a serious lapse in my and we mobile should have been here. But all is not lost. Even IGP would like to talk to one of the officers on the ground to say, I'm not talking about you. For me, God help you don't want to talk to me, you will regret. It's wrong. Yes, because for me, I touch almost every area of policing. The only major area I have never worked is prosecution. It is not my problem. That is it. It's not about bluffing, but I'm not across the length of the police business of this country. I don't think so. I have listened to the one who called me. I don't jump up. I want to listen to my officer so that I try to mediate where necessary for a compromise. I'm not talking about anyone. Who are you? Are you anybody? Please, let us graduate from those kind of attitude. As we always do, and walk shoulder like this and like this. It's like a family. Even those of us in this city, when we go, other countries will tell you know this guy. Your country isn't a family. Let's go. So, come down from this area. In the performance of their duty, police officers shall respect and protect human dignity. Respect. Maintain and uphold the human rights of all persons. All persons. Persons. Different earthly persons must be respected. Police officers may use force guided by law and consistent with the fundamental principles of proportionality, legality, accountability, and necessity. That's what we call PLAN, P-L-A-N. Proportionality. And so what we are in the context of legality, it is legal. And be ready for the accountability aspect of it. Okay? And is it necessary for you to act in that manner? Let's go. Key functions of the service are prevention and this. We have all known this, right? Let's go. Command responsibility. Good. And how much as command responsibility is there in our day-to-day operations and activities that are undertaken at various locations around the country. Individuals' accountability also matters. Yeah. When it is a section, we say Inspector Fonio and 8 others are there. He is the most senior, he is the commander. Whatever prevails during your tour of duty around that AOR is under your supervision. So if commissioner should call you on something that is unlawful and you execute that thing, you will also be responsible. Yeah? This is not a fair deal. You are in your right mind. Yeah. Or you will tell us that you are under the influence of alcohol. Because they are well protected by law. You can't even open statement for them. You know, my technician is here. I don't go too much into law business. You will not see those technicalities here done by. They are technicians, they will deal with those kind of things. So please take note. Take note. Where you are operational, you are in charge. At that particular point in time, you being the most senior, you are the officer commanding. Don't we have relief commanders in our stations? Some are sergeants, some are sub-inspectors, inspectors. So, normally when things go other way around, the whole relief will be someone.
Yes.
Am I not right?
Yes, sir.
And they will say, senior one.
Yes.
And the couple will say, I went out of the shop. Now, cool head.
That's
Yes, and the cool head becomes a degree. I don't know which university we have obtained it. If I mention the full degree, they can sue me. Commander Musa may not defend it because he's in active service of the police and they remove uniform. So that cool degree of cool head, I think it's University of Police on its own. That will be all obtained. So by the time you hear because normally the police capers will start with the junior. Talk now, that talk now is signaling the captain, you may not have effort. And you say, okay, me, I went for the shop. It's finished. You are there. So please, take it on. Clear?
Yes, sir.
In the Ghana Police or Command Responsibility outlined in Police Service Act are related to doing that commanders are held accountable for the actions of their subordinates. You see? Even me. So this is why if I should give you a unlawful order, you execute it. What about?
Yeah.
Including their failure to prevent.
Yeah.
When you are a commander, you fail to prevent. What in I do? Suppress crime, you fail to do it. When those commanders are in position to do so. When you have everything to do so. And this is why when we go for certain operations, we realize it is getting out of hand. Normally, we are very good to analyze our own safety. What do? We withdraw. So why will you cause what?
Yeah.
Don't you withdraw? Or we call for?
Yeah.
Because we feel the situation demands it. So why can't you do the same? Before you do harm for people, you are meant to serve and protect in a dignified manner and respect for rule of law and their rights.
Yeah.
We say where your right ends, that's where my right. So, let me give and take. If we turn this way, it becomes 6. If we turn this way, it becomes 9. So we all score the God, we celebrate. You know what? So that is it. Boy, you are taking care of. If I am wanted, you cost me. You will display my picture. You know that people will go to court, everybody has right. Let's go. Let's go. It happens. I'm very serious. Yeah, no, that's fine. On a serious note, it happens to me. Yes. Me and Commissioner Koya. MK Koya. Yes, we were come on our official mission. We departed here, yes. With the driver and 2 others. We arrived at Nyamina Dalaba. Those of you from Sierra or using Sierra, if you have served in Sierra before, especially the southern part, Dalaba is right on the highway. Choya, then you have Wolom, then Medina Wolom, then you have Dalaba, Maïga. Okay, this is Fidel Kola. We perform my group prayer there. I was living on the peaceful gentleman camp. They greeted us. Not even in uniform, but the other one said, but then you should have a police magazine. One day said, you are mistaken. And that is true. That was the second presentation of police magazine. Then I was the administrative officer of police magazine. I participate money and all those things. And then I chopped all that. I was very cheap. So he recognized me. I didn't think I wanted. By the time we departed, that one can sneak and say, I saw that man who is wanted. When we are going, me and Goya call it for other people. There are people here, I wanted, I'm not escaped. So please, good, let's move. This is continuation. Move. Aha.
But you're fully for that.
Which one? This one, that folder, you contribute. My friend, no. You pass you. It is what I mean, no job. Go, Good. The commanders responsibility. This will apply if commander was in a position to prevent crimes committed by forces under their effective control and knew or should have known that crime would be committed. So nobody is immune. Nobody is immune. So like in the context, huh? Am I not right? So please, let us all be conscious. And we keep saying, let us be each other's keeper. How can we be each other's keeper and you are allowing me to fall in the ditch? You cannot tell me that, hey, please, fall back. You should be good at that. When as a tactical people want to become a crime, in a situation where it may end deadly or seriously injure playing harm. I have seen one video, it was on social media, where the Ghana task force went to Farah to Woyabun. They went to Farah to Woyabun, and I like the driver. The driver positioned the vehicle, and he must have reasonably suspected that the gun is hostile. He sat in the vehicle. I don't know why police officers then will go because our rifles will follow us. I don't agree. Let them stay. If it is armed oppressor with one arm, because he may be eliminated, we think that it's a friend in the vehicle, one is an enemy. Okay? Yes, sir. But by the time they came under attack, they were on their heels. Doesn't mean they are cowards. No. It is about their safety and the safety of the people they were more or less support within, because they are not appreciated. So they go for cover. And for the people, while they were approaching them, the driver started moving. So let's keep our fitness intact. I like this. So they escaped. But even that, the vehicle came under attack.
Yes.
And the windscreen was cracked.
Yes.
But it's better to be cracked than to be broken. They escaped unharmed. So, and it has not been a big problem.
No.
But the leader was arrested and prosecuted. I was then deputy commissioner of operations. When he was brought to final that evening around 7, I observed and realized that the personnel who are operating at Farada station and the infrastructure are under threat. And they may come under attack any time. I have to quickly talk to anti-crime. Then they were vigilant to come quickly. And my order is, when they come, there is no waste of time. Get to the station, winch him out for a bigger and safer location. Yes, sometimes people will ask, hey, what police, they relocated this suspect is for safety reasons. It is not all with bad intention. We have to do that. We relocated him from Medina to the police station. So these guys, they were spectators with insults here and there that night. And the crowd just came, reaching out. And we were safe. So that is important. Tactical maneuvers are important. It's all about preventive. Let's go. Duty to act. So as commanders, we have duty to act. Have a duty to take necessary steps to prevent or suppress crime committed by those under your command. Those under this or our command. Extent of responsibility. Based on commander's powers and ability to prevent, suppress crime. Not strictly like this. So, duty to act, extent of responsibility. Let's move. So, duty to act, failure to act. There is duty for you to act. It is a duty upon you to act as commander. Your failure to act will cause you. Preventive measures. That is it. Implement policies and procedures to ensure that their subordinates adhere to the law and act responsibly. This is why this training is more than necessary. Subordinates, you are here so that you adhere to the law and act responsibly. Torture is no go area. We will keep saying this is internationally. It's no go area. And sometimes we are alleged of getting confessional statement from alleged perpetrators based on what? Based on what? This very moment is not under any duress. I hold this here. Wait, people shout. What more you get? What more you get on the table? You kick. Huh? Even to a point of denying the person even with medication. Huh? And you know, few times we have come under serious criticisms and investigations here and there. We have seen a case. Somebody died in a custody. Coroner inquest has to come. Yes or no? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because you don't want to be. You are only on social media and see this TikTok. It's not a police, it's the army. Yeah, even if it is the army, it is the security component of a sister force. Yes, that is equally mandated by law. Yes. So, that should be a lesson. Yes. Are we immune as police force? No. Yes. Has it not happened in Sudan? Yes, sir. So, that one is army. No, sir. That one is army. You know that. You see, I was waiting, but you diverted the course. You went to the army. Army will now come. I'm the spokesperson for the army. It happens there. Yes, sir. Yes or no? Yes, sir. So, and almost most of these activities will not even put them in the diary. Yes, we will not. And you know the diary is the Bible and the Quran. You are going to church, carry it home. You are going to the mosque, carry it. Because if that holy book of the diary is tampered, are we safe? Yeah. Is the Bible going to be tampered? If you don't know Bible, we know. If you don't know Quran, we know. Am I on that? Yes. We know. We will say the Old Testament and New Testament. We know. But even in police custody, likely it will be in the central prison. But notwithstanding, sometimes it can cause embarrassment because of evidences put together and uncompelling. So let's do the needful. Every time, then complaints and complainants are before you see their complaints, book in the diary, do the needful accordingly. When somebody is there to make a follow-up, please still professional. Be accommodating. Listen and say, oh yes, I remember your case. Even if it is not your case, but if the records are well kept in the diary, you should be able to be guided. I say, okay, you said it was day before yesterday. Okay, Tuesday. Okay. Check. Okay, but the case is referred to CI. Then he or she doesn't know where CID unit office is within the structure. You try to still find out. Okay, CID. How do you know? Sister, I don't know CID. Not allowed to have any car. So, you are not happy to be here. What is your opinion? Where is the other? Raise your hands. Raise your hands if you are investigator. Raise your hand. I want to see your hand. Your hand. Okay? Don't mind this. I will not be there. No, I will not be there. Even though I have taught, but I won't teach. Raise your hands, investigators. I make it for today. Yes, you are always been complaining about this. Okay?
Sir, can I make a contribution to that?
Yes, contribute. Yes. Because I will have some energy.
Yeah, because I also work around with cases of sexual and gender-based violence. And sometimes in the process of investigation, if you don't maintain confidentiality, it's not only for the protection of the victim or the survivor, but it's also for yourself. Because you don't know the network of the perpetrator. So sometimes, while doing the investigation, they may also want to harm you. So it's not only the victim that you are trying to protect, but you are trying to protect yourself and your office. Okay? So it's very important to observe the confidentiality.
Okay? Thank you. So that is it. So let us always observe it. Throughout the complaint process, it's important to protect the privacy of all parties involved, be it the side of the complainant or the one being complained. Okay? Confidentiality. We always want that privacy in our life. It has gone to a level now that we love in privacy, even tension in our household, isn't it? So you say, Muna na Khadija pe na funota. Oh, Muna na ina funota. Huh? You want that privacy? Eh? Or you don't want someone's privacy? That is so serious before your office. The next minute we will see and read it in the social media. Am I not right?
Yes, sir.
You even wonder. So those who are social media warriors will just make themselves like it happens at Rusubi station whilst it is at Medina. Because it will may compromise and issue in Rusubi that can be so detrimental for the personnel. They will try to make it look like this thing emanated from Medina Brikama station. They will take a long book and graduate. Documentation on all aspects of complaint handling process, including acknowledgement, investigation responses, and outcome, should be communicated for future reference and accountability. Sama de baila, maybe you call. Sama mina, am I right?
So,
You call me at listen. So what am I? Or Sama. Or what am I? So take note of Sam. Take note of tomorrow. And dish out Fankanta. Yes, sir. Fankanta. I think there are even programs and projects named Fankanta. So it's important. So documentation, all aspects of the complaint handling process, including acknowledgements, investigations, responses, and outcomes, should be communicated for future reference and accountability.